Imagine waking up to an Earth where the maps are wrong, not outdated, wrong. Coastlines erased, continents reshaped, and weather patterns behaving in ways no human civilization has ever experienced. When people ask what would happen if all the world's glaciers melted, they usually picture flooded cities, but that's only the opening scene. The real story is far more disturbing. Glaciers feel distant, remote, locked away at the poles and on high mountains, far removed from daily life. That distance makes it easy to think of them as passive, frozen scenery, slowly melting in the background. But glaciers are not just ice. They are infrastructure. They store fresh water, they stabilize sea levels, and they quietly regulate how the entire planet functions. Remove them, and Earth doesn't just look different, it starts acting like a different planet. Most people get one thing wrong. They stop at sea level rise, and yes, the oceans would rise by roughly 65 to 70 meters if all glaciers melted, including Greenland and Antarctica. Coastal cities wouldn't flood, they would vanish. Mumbai, New York, Shanghai, London, entire deltas, entire island nations erased from the map. But that's not the real danger. Flooding is visible, predictable, and temporary compared to what comes next. Glaciers are a critical part of Earth's climate engine. When massive amounts of fresh water pour into the oceans, they disrupt the circulation systems that move heat around the planet. Currents weaken, temperature balance breaks down, weather becomes erratic. Some regions heat up far beyond historical extremes, while others experience sudden cold snaps. Seasons lose their reliability. Agriculture, which depends on predictable climate rhythms, begins to fail. Not because of water everywhere, but because conditions no longer make sense. Then comes the collapse most people never see coming. Freshwater loss. Glaciers act as long-term water banks, slowly releasing meltwater into rivers during dry seasons. Billions of people depend on this system. When glaciers disappear, rivers don't become stronger. They surge briefly, then weaken permanently. Crops fail during critical growing periods. Cities face chronic water shortages. Migration increases, not from flooding coastlines, but from inland regions that simply can't sustain life anymore. Civilization doesn't collapse in a single dramatic moment. It fractures under pressure. And here's the part that changes everything. Even if humanity stopped all emissions tomorrow, fully melted glaciers would not return on human timescales. Some ice systems take thousands of years to reform. That means this isn't a temporary crisis. It's a one-way transformation. Earth would survive, life would continue, but the stable version of the planet that allowed modern civilization, predictable climate, reliable water, fixed coastlines, would be gone, not destroyed, replaced, and once you understand that, glaciers stop feeling distant. They feel like a deadline, written into the planet itself. If you're interested in content like this, subscribe for future updates.